G'day folks, Ashley from Website Strategies here. Okay, this one is for cafe or restaurant owners who provide a delivery or takeaway service. So you can't have diners in anymore, but you do provide a delivery or takeaway service. So what you want to do is make this information, the fact that you provide that delivery or takeaway service, more prominent on Google via your Google My Business knowledge panel. Now, what your Google My Business knowledge panel is, that is the large brand feature that appears when people search for your name. So, for instance, or for your type of service. So, if we do a search for, say, I want Greek food, right? I know I can't go sit in your restaurant, but if you delivered, then we want to make that obvious right here. So, if I'm looking for Greek food, you're now I don't know these restaurants. I've just done a search. So this restaurant Spiro here, if they were to provide a delivery service, and I don't know if they do or they don't, but if they did, Google now allow you to add that information to your name right here. So you would have Spiro delivery available or takeaway available after your name. Now, Google doesn't usually allow this because it's sort of under normal circumstances. Google sees it as adding keywords into your name, and they don't really allow it because it sort of affects their results. But these aren't normal circumstances, and it has been confirmed that Google will allow you now to put that useful information right here in your Google My Business name, and that will appear in your knowledge panel. Now, your Google knowledge panel is this large feature that appears if you do a search for your name. So if we look up for Spiro, for instance, here it is here. You get this large knowledge panel appear right here. This is exactly the same information that just appeared in the map here. It's all linked. It's all together. It all comes from the same source. It comes from your Google My Business page or business account, and you can manage all of this information yourself. So ideally, you'd know how to access all this and change your name. So effectively, what you're going to do is go into your Google My Business and change your name, and put after your name delivery available or takeaway available or curbside delivery or whatever it might be that you're doing in order to survive in these grim times. So if you can access your Google My Business panel, you should be able to log in there, go to Google My Business. Once you're in Google My Business here, so it's business.google.com. This is my one. I'm not a restaurant, but I'll show you how to do it. Once you're logged into your Google My Business, you have all of this information here. And one of these panels here is info. Once you go in there, you've got your business name here, which you can edit. You go in there, and if whatever your name is will be there, and you can add in there afterwards, delivery available or takeaway available, and apply that. That will update, and what that will then do is after some period of time, mere minutes or hours, possibly, hopefully, usually, that will appear here. Now that will help you if you are a Greek restaurant and the Greek restaurant, and I'm looking for Greek food, for instance. I can't go out and dine, but who delivers it in my area? These guys, if they had delivery available, that would make this stand out. So immediately, if you'd see which ones deliver, and then you'd go in there and you'd contact them, contact your business. So there's a tip for obviously just getting a bit more exposure to the fact that around the fact that you deliver. And what you would also want to do, of course, if you do deliver, is make sure this is really obvious on your website now as well. So if it says delivery there, people are going to go to your website. Sorry, Spiro, to make an example of you here, but this is just for demonstration purposes. Once again, I don't know these guys or anything. I've never even dined there. They look really good. But if these guys were to deliver, I'd be putting that all over your website, really prominent and really obvious. Deliveries available, and whatever that involves, whatever area you may cover. And get that all updated as quickly as possible. So update your website with the fact that you deliver now or provide a takeaway service, and get your Google My Business page modified as well, so that becomes obvious when someone does a search, your type of food, that you appear, and it doesn't matter what it might be. I want Indian food. Here they go. So these people need to start saying delivery available if that's what they do. Google will allow it, I'd gather, while the crisis is on, and then it'll change. You'll have to take it off. But they definitely state at this point that you can do that, and that'll make that obvious there. If you're updating your website with delivery available, of course, you may start to appear in here with delivery available as well. If you update some of this information, that's another story. But there it is. Hope that helps. Cheers. Bye.